Groetus, the god of empty places, oblivion, and ruins. His alignment is chaotic neutral, and domains include chaos, darkness, destruction, madness, and void. His subdomains include catastrophe, entropy, insanity, loss, night, and stars. His favored weapon is the heavy flail. Centers of worship include Geb, Nidal, the Sodden Lands, and Ustalov. He has no nationality. His holy symbol is a skull-faced moon. He holds no colors or animals as sacred. His various titles include the God of the End Times, the God of the End of the World, and the Harbinger of Last Days.
Groetus is an apocalyptic god of unknown origins. Distant, enigmatic, malevolent, and patient, he doesn't actively seek worshippers, but the insane are drawn to him, and he curses those too curious about him with madness. He appears as a skull-like moon hovering over Pharasma's planar realm, drawing near and slowly retreating based on unknown dimensional and philosophical conjunctions. It is a rare occurrence indeed for Groetus to manifest in humanoid form, but records from Aslant describe him as a tall, slender man wearing a long gray robe that hangs heavily to the floor. His complexion is ashen, with hollow eyes and long, smooth hands. He has a slight bent at the neck, as though bearing some heavy weight, and his bare feet are black from soot and ash, as though he had been walking through an old fire. His voice is described as a whisper, like old paper, and he speaks in an archaic or foreign inflection. Only the other gods know whether the moon itself is the god or merely his dwelling place, and have proven reluctant to discuss the matter. Adventurous folk who have braved the surface of this place are either never heard from again, or are discovered soon after as the newest of the god's insane faithful. Having silently witnessed billions of souls from countless worlds filter through the boneyards, he's unconcerned by the fates of individuals, civilizations, or even planets. He is the dispassionate observer balanced against Pharasma, the dispassionate judge. It is said when this sentient and cruel moonlet looks down upon the boneyard and sees the last soul die, he will descend to do something to Pharasma and the rest of her boneyard before moving on to the material plane to clean up and pack away the dust, to form and prepare for another reality. No one really knows if this is true or what Groetus will do once the last soul is judged, but it is generally accepted that it will not be pleasant. Cultists of Groetus have many theories about how their god will manifest in the end times and what his ultimate role will be. These theories or interpretations are known as dooms, and the proponents of each particular doom may be seen as members of a splinter cult of the faith. The most well-known dooms are Mouth of Apocalypse, whose followers are called Teeth of Oblivion cultists; Portal of Incarnation, a doom whose followers are called Heralds of the Incarnate Moon; and Sign of the Destroyer, a doom pursued by followers of the Grey Sign. Groetus's priests serve in his name, but he neither cares for nor acknowledges them. Some believe that he may not know or even care that he has any followers, knowing that if his goals are achieved, they will be destroyed along with everything else. Clerics draw upon his power without obligation or responsibility, but typically pay for this power with incurable insanity. Formal raiment is usually a light gray robe with pale blue trim, although the exact attire varies by priest and region. These robes often become shabby, stained raiments, as the followers of the god have little interest in keeping them up or maintaining them. His followers are usually insane, desperate, depressed, or those who enjoy the suffering of others, but don't directly seek gratification by inflicting pain. Most are prone to mad ravings, and those who aren't tend to be skulkers and hangers-on, content to lurk near battlefields or in the rear of adventuring parties, watching the conflict unfold and only taking action at the end of a fight to dispatch the wounded. Some priests actively seek out those who are crushed by madness and misery, playing on such vulnerability to create small cults who pay homage to Groetus by committing suicide together and embracing what they see as a measure of relief from the struggles of life. Such priests rarely take their own lives, instead moving on to form new cults. Being a cult of madmen, there is no codified list of Groetus's teachings. Information is typically gleaned from scribblings of the mad, often upon asylum walls or in the blood of a murder victim. Much of this data is vague and contradictory. The more rational members of the faith keep a collection of lore known as the Book of the Last Moon. Cultists of Groetus have little interest in building things. They usually take over abandoned or ruined temples of other faiths, especially those with windows or holes in the ceiling that allow a view of the full moon. Tiny shrines aligned to lunar conjunctions are preferred and are often haunted by strange voices. The worshippers of Groetus celebrate few holidays, seeing such frivolity as pointless and meaningless in the greater plans of their deity. The only time the followers unite is the final day, where his worshippers observe an hour of silent contemplation, hopeful of some guidance from their enigmatic master. Clerics of Groetus are able to prepare fear earlier than those who do not serve the god of the end times, and those with the madness or void domain may prepare things like lesser confusion and confusion earlier than other clerics. Groetus has few allies or followers, making no effort to acquire either. However, beings who travel to the moonlit often succumb to his power and accompanying madness, and serve him after a fashion. The herald of Groetus, In's voice, serves as his personal hand. Draped in a long crimson robe, In's voice floats above the ground on footless legs, faceless and speaking rarely, with a hollow, distorted voice. Geg nom geg. An insane and paranoid barbed devil, it adorns its spikes in the eyes of its victims, and prefers to be paid for its services in silver mirrors and magical items that utilize divination magic. Ills. An especially insane, gray, nontent protean, Ills is an avid collector of magical writing and spellbooks. It continuously babbles narration of its own activities. Groetus is rather isolated from other deities, and they seldom make any effort to contact him. On rare occasions, other gods and goddesses proceed with extreme caution, knowing full well that their followers, whether mortal, undead, or outsider, often fall to insanity should they scry or otherwise make contact with Groetus. It is believed that Groetus has some connection to Rovagug, another deity associated with the end of the world. However, there does not appear to be any basis for this theory. Pharasma has slightly more interaction with Groetus, although such contact is done more to keep the ominous moon at a comfortable distance than friendly communication. She has been known to feed Groetus, in some unspecified manner, the souls of atheists. This has the curious effect of repelling the moon from the boneyard. Even so, the moon lingers near, apparently attracted to the souls of faithful mortals. Hello, everyone. Well, we have finished Groetus, the god of the end times. Pretty interesting god. I was very pleased to be able to find some more information on him. Let us know down in the comments below how you have seen Groetus and his followers utilized in campaigns. Next is Girona, the Angry Hag. So if you've got any witches out there, make sure that they keep tuned for the next one. But for now, we'll sign off. So all of you have a great day. God bless and enjoy.
This content was made possible by travelers and viewers like you. Thank you.